We've sold 235,000 of these Cascade fans, but I want you to see that right up there. You see that light? Well, let me go ahead and just use the remote control. I'm gonna turn on the fan. Watch what happens to the balloons. That's the kind of air that is now flowing through this room. And it's not big, it's not too big, but it works. And that's the key. It has 4 different levels of fan, and it has 3 different types of light, from warm white to a natural white to a bright white. You can do any of those, and it's just a great item. And you know what? Here's the best part. You don't need an electrician. If you can twist in a light bulb, you can twist this in. That's how simple it is. Let me show you exactly what we're gonna get, because here are the colors to choose from. We have the white, we also have gray, we have black, and we have bronze. So you can get any of those colors. I don't know if you can see that bronze. Yeah, right there, you can see it a little bit better compared to the black. And the other thing that you get is you get the remote control, as well as a little holder for the remote that you can put right on your wall. And you also get the extension. Why? Because what if you have recessed lights and you would love to still have the light, but have the fan as well? That's what you can do. Normally it would be about $60 each. We're bringing it to you for less than $40 each. Many people are actually getting more than one, because we're going to talk about bedrooms, kitchens, family rooms, garages, attics, basements, you name it. Take a look at the features that are part of this wonderful fan. Here you see it. That is a ceiling fan, but it's not the big, 6-foot one or 5-foot one. And so it doesn't have to literally be a statement in the room. It just needs to do what it does. And honestly, sometimes minimal is better. There's that remote control. You can do it, even a timer. So if you want it to go off after 2 hours or 3 hours. Some people work out in their basement, their attic, in their garage, and you need that air to be flowing. 5-blade technology, 4-speed fan speeds, and 3 different light settings, even with a dimmer. And you can also use them separately. So if you want the fan without the light, you can do that. If you want the light without the fan, you can do that as well. I want to introduce you to my friend, and he has been here at QVC for more than 20 years, Scott Hind.
Oh, so
Scott,
good to
how
see you.
are
Donna,
you?
I can't say
Oh,
no
yes,
way.
happy
Big hug
4th to you.
What a wonderful day here to be here. What a wonderful day to be an
is.
American.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this, because who is Cascade? Why should we trust them?
Yeah, Cascade has been the fastest growing home environment company here at QVC, but also in North America. Yeah. So this is about our maybe 4th or 5th Today's Special Value with different items. And this is the first time you've seen this. This was made exclusively by them for QVC at the customer's request. And it is really special because it is all the look and feel and refreshment of a high-end expensive ceiling fan, but then it's a fraction of the price, and it is way easier to install and uninstall. You're not doing damage. You're not hiring an electrician. It's not permanent. If you just want to do it temporarily, you're good to go, because
you
all
want to
you
take
do.
it with you if you're moving.
That's right. Anyway, or for example, my daughter, she's in college in her dorm. We're not installing ceiling fans there.
Yeah.
No problem. Now you can. So all you do is, if you have a regular light socket, it will go into that socket just like this, okay? Screw it in like a light bulb, like you said. If you have recessed lighting, now you have no worries there either. Little 4-inch extender, we're gonna take this right up here into the recessed light, what we call the baffle, and we're just going to screw it in, okay? And it goes right in, and what we've been saying all day is, screw it in because you can't screw it up. It is so simple. Flip the light switch on. We're good to go. And now we have an amazing fan that can work. Would you hear me? I'll take the remote right here. Yep. And
Absolutely.
And then now
so
we're
I'm
rocking
going to
and
go
rolling.
ahead. I'm going to turn on the light, and then watch this. Oh, Hey, there it comes.
Yep.
And there are other things to show you. There are actually 4 different speeds you can do that fan as well.
1 through 4, you're exactly right, low all the way up to super high, which is great, moves a lot of air, but then here's what I like too. This was big for my wife.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see shots from my own home in a minute, but she did not want that cool white, what we call that tone, that Kelvin light.
Yeah.
She wanted the warm white.
Right.
No problem. How about you just hit a button, see how it changes that warm white? Most people have that in their homes. It can match up your lights. But if you have a craft area, you could do the cool white ultra bright. This is my own home, Mary Beth. I love this. So on the left-hand side, I'll be as honest with you as I possibly can. We redid our house about 10 years ago. It was out of budget to put ceiling fans in every room. It's just expensive.
Well, they can be $400 or $500 a piece.
That's right. I wanted a ceiling fan in my guest room. I couldn't do it at the time. Now I have this. There's recessed lighting in that guest room on the left. Now I have a ceiling fan. Next up is my kitchen. For a few months of summer when it's really, really hot for the 4 or 5 months, when you cook in your kitchen, it gets even hotter.
Yeah.
So I put this in, but only during those hot winter months or hot summer months. And then when it's wintertime, take it back out. It's temporary. Next one is my attic. So you see a bunch of QVC products there. That's where I store them. But boy, I got to tell you, Mary Beth, that attic is hotter than Hades right now.
Yeah.
But now I have really, really bright light and air moving around. And then finally, that's my shed on the right. See all my Sun Joe tools there that I love? Well, it's ultra bright light in there, so I still have the light. But boy, is that shed hot right now.
Yeah.
Cools it down
And
all over your home.
That's just it. A lot of times, even if you have air conditioning in your home, you need a fan sometimes because it's so humid. You need the air to be moving. But think about the places that you don't get air conditioning, and no matter what kind of air conditioning you have, it's never in the attic, it's not in the garage, it's not in the sheds, places like that. And people are buying more than one. And this is the day to do it because this price goes up at the end of the day. And by the way, this is the only today's special value of the year of the Cascade fan light that you're going to be able to see. So it's not like we've got another one coming in October. This is it. If you think it's a great gift for the holidays for someone, you can get it to them now. You could give it to them now too and say, Merry Christmas in July, honey.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's talk about the light, and we'll show you how you can, I don't know if you can see my hair moving, but I feel this breeze.
Yeah, it's really nice and powerful, but it's adjustable.
Yeah.
1 through 4 speed. So you'll see other fan companies use these wimpy little pinwheels. No, not here at Cascade. We're using the big one. This really gets that wind going. You see all the movement.
All the way to the bed.
All the way down. But then the big thing too, you see your hair going, but you don't have to have it on full blast.
No.
But here's the big story that I really love. Remote controlled. You're laying here in bed at night. So we have all the lights down. If you want to read a book, this is nice and bright. However, you can in one button flip to a night light, nice and soothing. How about that?
How about that?
Here's your warm white, here's your bright white, and then here's your natural
Cool
white, which is
white,
like daylight, cool white. That's exactly right. You can dim it. There's a dimmer, so I can just keep hitting this all the way down to 10%.
Yeah.
You see how it dims for us? Or we can go right back to bright. It's so, turn it off, turn the fan off, all can be controlled right here.
I'll tell you, you know what? We have a fan in our bedroom, and the reason being is that for whatever reason, even though we have air conditioning, that room never gets cool enough. And it's like my husband's always saying, why is it so hot in here? And so we run the fan almost every night. Sometimes people will run that fan over the bed just to have, somehow it helps them sleep, to have that air moving.
Yeah, and speaking of air movement, I think this is interesting too. Here is your Cascade Capri fan. Very, very popular.
Right.
I love this fan. I own several. Amazing fan. Here's the thing though, let's just talk science. If you're only on one side of the bed with it, this person's going to get blasted and this person's going to get nothing. So I can show that to you with bubbles. And this moves a lot of air. So that's not a knock. I love this Cascade fan. But guess what? This person's cool, this person's warm. When you go up here with the socket fan, look at the difference. When the bubbles come down, everybody gets them. That's the key. You can adjust it, but everybody's nice and cool. Everyone's sleeping better. Everyone's happy. We're good to go.
It looks like a 4th of July kind of day,
it does.
doesn't it?
It really does.
Here's what I want to do, is I want to be able to mention here's the features, and talk us through this, Scott, while you're walking, because I'm going to then come back and tell you exactly what you get and what your colors are, and this is the time to make that decision. It's as easy to install as a light bulb. And I'm not kidding you. I'm going to show you how I do that in just a moment. Right, Scott?
Light off when you do it. Maybe there's a little switch there. That's just for ultra safety. Make sure always that socket's not hot, so to speak. Okay? Mm-hmm. And then you're going to show us how to do it, right?
Yep.
Yep.
But you've got 5 blades instead of 4. We actually made the blades a little bigger this year. We gave you an extra blade, so instead of 4, you're getting 5. And just to remind you, this is wire-free. Do you realize that this is what you normally have to get home? And first of all, it's super heavy. I'm telling you, it's heavy, and you got all these wires. I have no idea. I would have to get an electrician. Well, I can do this. I'll just show you right now. I'm going to take this. I turned it off, put the switch off. You want to always turn your switch off. That's how easy it is to take down. See this? And then here is how easy it is. I like to hold the fan blade and then just twist. I mean, it's twist on and twist off. And then I can take my remote control right here and I can turn it on. I'm going to right away, I'm going to turn on the light and then the fan. So, I didn't
make sure you
turn
the switch back on. That's all. Yep, you're good to go. No, it's okay. We're all about safety here. That's okay. Now we're good. There we're good. Absolutely. We're good to go now. But it really is that simple.
That's one of those things where normally you'd call like an electrician and they come over and they're like, you got to turn the switch on.
It's okay.
That'll be $200, please.
Well, but listen,
in the meantime, Scott, what are you doing?
Yeah, we said before, you can screw it in, you can't screw it up. You still didn't screw it up. It's easy. It's so simple to do this. So here we are, boy, oh boy. Scenic and Sets and Props here at QVC has done this amazing job of recreating a she shed, a man cave. But you know, if you're out in the garage, it is still hot. We are in July, and we've got all of July to go. August, September, October in most parts of the country. We want to be nice and cool. This is the way to do it, even out in your garage, like you saw, your workout area. You're playing some cards. We actually had a card game last night, and Elizabeth Watts, myself, Craig Smith, and Mike, and boy, oh boy, Elizabeth Watts just cleaned us out. We all thought we were doing great until she flipped over a straight flush. It was gruesome. So all those are Elizabeth Watts's, but the truth of the matter is I can adjust this from down here. So let's say it's getting a little cooler. You see, it's still not blowing the cards around, but it's giving you all of that. But guess what? If I want to adjust it down to the 1 speed, really cool it down, no problem. Let's say the light's a little too bright. Maybe we want a night light instead. Maybe we don't want a light. I can do that. Or say for example, someone's crafting, my wife, or I'm working on one of my antiques. I go back to the cool white, which is 6,000 ultra bright. And then, you know, again, you can turn the fan off if you want. So here's the fan button. We'll turn that off and it'll slow down in a second. So say we just want the light, maybe it's a little cooler out. Or let's say we want the light to turn off, I can hit the timer. It's so customizable to what you want, because like you said before, Mary Beth, there are other ones out there if you go to the big box stores, but they're only 4 pedals. They're much smaller. They don't move as much air. They're not nearly as fully featured. They don't have all the dimmers and timers and all the things that we do. Yeah. This really is ultra powerful and ultra convenient.
Fully featured, despite the price of less than $40. I just want to let you see what this remote control has on it. It's super simple. I didn't even read the instructions and I could figure it out. That's your off right there. That's the on for the light. There's your night light. When it comes to the light, you can do warm white or natural white, or the brightest white, the cool white. Here's the dimmer switch that you can get it brighter or more dim. You've got the speed. If you want to turn on the fan or turn it off, you hit the fan button. And then fan speeds, you've got low, medium, high, and super high. And then these are timers down here. You can set it for basically, let me see here, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours. And it will go off whatever you hit. If you hit 1 hour, it'll go off in 1 hour on that fan. So it's that simple. It even comes with the holder for the remote control. It comes with double-sided sticky tape as well as screws that you can put on the wall to hold that. You get the extender. I think some of the newer homes have so many recessed lights that you don't get a fan, you know, and people want fans. Well, now, guess what? You can have the light and the fan, and not just the recessed light, because it gives you the 4-inch extender. And here are your colors to choose from. We have white. we have the gray, we have the black right here, and you can see the difference between black and bronze. This bronze is more of a brown. And so the whole thing about this is that people are buying more than one. Here's my quick question. What's the assembly that we do out of the box?
Fabulous question. If you don't mind, we'll take you soup to nuts all the way, because it's not going to take long, because it's so simple. Screw it in because you can't screw it up. It's that simple. The box will arrive